Hey everyone, it's JoJo and I'm bringing you another Beyblade Burst Sparking unboxing and review. Today we have Variant Lucifer with one of the strangest gimmicks I've seen so far. This is like Hasbro level of XTS types of gimmicks. If you guys remember XTS, that's from Metal Fight, where they had these Beyblades with all sorts of abilities to them. Very strange and very gimmicky. So this Beyblade in particular is B169 and it is a starter. It means it comes with a launcher. Finally. I think this is the first starter out of the whole like Superking or Sparking series, aside from the battle set. Anyway, here is the front of the packaging, a lot bigger than normal because it does need to fit that launcher. And we have the character down here in the bottom right. I think his name is either Lean or Lane Valhalla. And on the back, we have all the parts and stats. So you can see the gimmick right here. It's like a barrier ability. All right, so once again, this is a right spinning defensive type Beyblade. Even the chip core or the sparking chip is heavier than other ones in past releases. And here we have the ring, variants, and 2D, 2 defense. This is a double chassis this time. And here we have a new driver, Mobius. And it is made out of POM plastic, so very like super sleek and not a lot of friction to it, kind of like yielding basically. And yeah, here's the top view of the box, and that's pretty much it. Let's get this open. First, let's take a look at the stickers before I put them on. So not a lot. And then we have instructions and the Chozy, I'm sorry, I keep saying Chozy, a Sparking customized guide featuring parts from Variant Lucifer, so you could go ahead and pause if you want to check those out. And then we have an upcoming release of the new Dragon Beyblade and another release of Random Booster. So this is volume 21, which it looks okay, but I'm gonna pick up a few anyway. Ooh, and this launcher is amazing. All black, just teensy bit of purple, and it looks great. I want to use this on that launch grip with the purple rubber grips on it. Alright, and here we have Variant Lucifer. Let's take a look at the sparking chip and ring. So once again, this is a right spinning defense type Beyblade. So the entire shape is kind of like a multi-pointed star. Lots of spikes, lots of blades pointing out of it. That's to counterattack all of the other incoming attacks from the Beyblade. But the overall design, really nice. I especially love the face of the Lucifer chip. And as you can see, it does look a little bit different than your regular chips. Here we have Cursed Satan. You can see the chip core there in the middle, a little bit different. Super Hyperion, that's also a little bit different. So this one's pretty unique, and let's flip it over and you can see that there is like a screw or like a rivet in there holding the whole thing together. So I don't believe you could take it out. Yeah, so the chip core does not come out of the sparking chip. It's permanent to this sparking chip. And I believe this is metal on the middle here. This little star shape in the middle. Yeah, it looks great. So since this is a right spinning chip, I don't believe you could use it for like Rage Longinus, for example. So I don't think you could put it on a left spinning ring. This is only for right spinning. All right, so we're starting to get metal into the sparking chip, or chip core, metal chip cores is what I'm trying to say. And then next up we have a very strange chassis. This is 2D or 2 defense. This is a double chassis. The only other defense chassis we've had was just the single layer or single chassis. And this again has a very strange gimmick. So when you launch your Beyblade, the force or the speed, the centrifugal force will have these little bits coming out, these little rubber parts. So that's the barrier ability of this Beyblade. It is a defense type again. I've heard that it does not have really good stamina, but it is pretty good defense wise. Here is a closer look at the teeth. Not too bad. We'll see how it all fits all together. So there's 1, 2, 3 pretty tall teeth in there, and it's got 2 stars. Also, this is compatible for left and right spinning Beyblades. But yeah, really beefy compared to the other double chassis. And next up we have the driver. This is Mobius, so kind of looks like bearing a little bit, but a little bit flatter. You can see that there is a little bit of a tip there and eventually that will wear down. So there's actually a couple things I want to mention about the driver and the chassis. So the driver is made out of POM plastic, very smooth plastic, doesn't have a lot of friction, so it's gonna up that stamina a little bit. And once again, this will wear down a little bit, and that's kind of given with a lot of performance tips or drivers anyway. And if you look in the instructions, so this is indicating that if this middle part is worn down all the way, then it's not legal to use in events or tournaments. So what this is basically saying is, as long as you could see that inner ring there, as long as you could see it, like actually form a ring, then it's still legal to use. So once that whole thing disappears and it just becomes really flat in the middle, then it's not legal to use. And yeah, I'm pretty interested to see how this works, especially for a defense type. I feel like, you know, it's kind of be like fusion a little bit maybe. When you tilt it at an angle, it's gonna move a little bit differently, but if you launch it straight down, it'll be more centered. All right, so a thing I want to go back on the 2D chassis is that these barriers are meant to break off over time. So it's going to break off. It's supposed to do that. So if it does break off, it's still legal to use. And once again, let's see, in the instructions, where did I see that? Okay, here. So you can see two pictures of the barrier intact still, and then this one is detached or broken off. So what this is saying is, once they break off, the walls on the sides of them, the edges, I guess, will be more exposed, and so that's going to give it a little bit more attack power. I'm not sure what the rule is of, you know, manually doing that yourself by cutting that off. I don't advise that. I think it's just supposed to happen naturally when you play with your Beyblades or you battle against someone. So I would not recommend cutting it off on your own. I mean, I guess unless you want to and you're not playing in official matches or official tournaments, yeah, then do whatever you want. But naturally, you are supposed to let it go as you battle. All right, so let us do some weight comparisons. All right, so we're going to weigh the chip cores, or the sparking chips, which I don't normally do, but I'm going to because it does have metal for the chip core. So here is Lucifer, 5.59, and then Valkyrie, for comparison, 2.64, Hyperion, 3.22, so that one's lighter, 3.02. That's got some pretty good weight to it. Makes sense because it is a defensive type. Next up, we have some chassis we're going to weigh. So here is 2D, 47.04, and I believe this is the heaviest, but we'll see. 45.49. Yeah, so this got it beat. This got 2S beat, and I believe this is the next in line. 45.88. Yeah, that's a chunky boy. Now let's put Variant Lucifer all together. Ooh, a little weak in teeth. Not as tough as I thought it would be. But it is a defense type. Let's see how well it is defensively in a battle. Check out that spin, it's just sitting on its side. Okay, so this is the first test launch, and I'm going to be using the new Bay launcher it came with. So the harder you launch this, the more effective the barrier ability will be. So let's try that out. 3, 2, 1. Go. Whoa! And you can now see it's a little bit more retracted as it's slowing down. Yeah, that's some pretty good stalling there. And it's still going. That Mobius driver is pretty cool. Now it looks like it's retracted all the way. And I really like how it looks like when it's slowing down. Very nice. Alright, so it was still kind of tilted up, but it does seem possible that it could, instead of falling over like this, it seems possible it could just stay up like that, which is really cool. Let's do more of an angled launch. Yeah, that driver just likes to hug the tornado ridge. I want to see if I could get it like right on the tip. Oh, didn't work. Anyway, let's just move on to a test battle. So we're going to test the defense of Variant Lucifer by throwing a left spinning attacking Beyblade and a right spinning attacking Beyblade up against it. So first let's do Brave Valkyrie. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, stamina low, very, very low already. Ooh, not good. And it just ran Valkyrie out of the stadium. And it just looks like it just pushes the Beyblade out of the stadium if it's hugging that ridge pretty tightly. Now let's try Rage Longinus. 3, 2, 1, go. Lots of contact in this battle. Oh, it's gonna be a close one. Oh, Rage Longinus wins with the outspin. Ooh, really close. I do want to give that one to Lucifer, though. Oh, and that one definitely went to Rage Longinus. Now we're gonna test out its stamina. We have Mirage Fafnir and Glide Ragnarok. So let's start off with Glide Ragnarok first. 3, 2, 1, go. Ragnarok thrown way off balance. It's got a really steep tilt, but it still won. And that is another win for Ragnarok. Alright, let's move on to Mirage Fafnir. So I did a hard launch for both of them. Just want to see how it turns out. Yeah, Mirage Fafnir is just hitting the 2D chassis barriers. And now that it's more retracted, you could kind of hear it hit the attack ring. Oh, and that was a win for Lucifer. Alright, so what happens if I just soft launch it and not have the barriers out as much? So that's kind of like a soft moderate launch. Ooh, and that is another win for Lucifer. Overall, I think this Beyblade has pretty great defense, but very, very poor stamina. those barriers from the 2D chassis is just creating a lot more drag. But lack of stamina is kind of common with a lot of defensive type Beyblades, but this is like very, very significant compared to, again, others. I really do like the driver, really interesting. I like the way it moves, and it was outspinning Mirage Fafnir in those battles. Also, it was hugging the Tornado Ridge pretty tightly without giving itself a KO, so seems like it's gonna be pretty good for stalling. What do you guys think about Variant Lucifer? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you next time with more. See you soon.